Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Friday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Welcome to everybody who likes to come into my nightly broadcasts. Welcome to my colorists, and welcome to people who like to just come in and for companionship and just like to watch what's going on. Good to see everybody. Welcome to my Facebook peeps who come in and chat, and welcome to my Facebook peeps who lurk, my lurkers. Dorothy. Dorothy always likes to come in and she watches. Sometimes she chats. Right, Dorothy? And welcome to my YouTube peeps. All right. We've got a contest going on. Wanda Fontenot is having a contest with her Buds and Butterflies. It ends Saturday. Hi, Mary. At 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Excuse me, 12 midnight. My bad. Hey, Ash. Waving right back at you, Ashley. Hello, Sandy. So good to see everybody. All right. So tonight I'm going to play around with another Cutie dolls, but I'm doing something different. I think you'll like what I'm going to be doing. I hope you do anyway. Let's see, let me find my book. Zoom out. So this is from Cutie Dolls, Coloring Book Part 1. YUNEYA NACHMEDINOVA. Beautiful, beautiful book. Just a nice little book to do. Makes you smile when you do it. I like things that make me smile. All right. So let me get uber settled here. So tell me what kind of day you guys had today. Hopefully a good one. And let me know if you have any problems hearing the broadcast. Okay. So I'm going to be working on two pieces tonight. The one is the Cutie doll because I'm doing something special with this. And then I'm going to work on Adam and Eve. So I'll need to tell that to Rhonda because she's been asking me. Oh, Sandy was at the Walmart today and saw the new Debbie Maccomer book, Christmas book, so I bought it. Oh, Ashley had a rough day, but it's Friday. Okay. I can't wait to get my Christmas book. That's the one that Ash is sending us. Ashley said she might grab an extra if my Walmart has it. Yeah, because I think hers are back to back. Ashley, I think that would be a good idea. I really do. All right, let me get my pencils. All right, let's see what we got here. So I'm going to show you something here on this piece. Let's see what we got here. Sandy said it's a good book and the paper is good. And of course, you know that when I get mine from Ashley, I'll go ahead and I will do a flip through of it. That way everybody can see it. All right. So somebody else tell me how their Friday's going. All right, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into here. All right, I think I got my combo. Almost. Rhonda got to see Kim and, and Abby today. Always makes my day good. Oh, excellent. Rhonda, I don't know if you caught my comment earlier, but I'm going to be working on the Adam and Eve tonight. Okay. So I want to show you guys a new technique. Well, and it's, no, I take that back. It's not a new technique. I just want to show you a technique. So this is out of Cutie dolls. And this particular one has a little reindeer of, you know, motif. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with the outfit. So I've got my light, medium, and dark. Let me get my colors lined up here. You know what drives me absolutely crazy when I'm lining up my colors is sometimes you know, you'd think that you can line them up visually by, hi Rita, line them up visually by the way they look. But a lot of times when I'm lining them up, I'll have my light, medium, dark, and my medium casing on the pencil looks darker than the casing on my dark pencil. So that messes me up sometimes. All right. Hello, Maddie. So I'm going to go ahead and put a fur on this. And what you need is you need very, very sharp pencil. Zoom in. Zoom in. And this is a Brett Funner Adobe color. This is out of my 520 set. And again, you need to stay super, super sharp. Maddie says my daughter got 2 new kittens, Percy and Kingsley. She's so happy. Oh. 2 males, male, female. What'd she get? And how old is your daughter? Now, what I want you to notice is I'm doing very short and precise sweeps of the pencil. So that's my light. Males. She always gets males. She's 39. Okay. Now, for my pencil sharpener, I'm using my little cheapies here because they make an ultra sharp point. I bought these bulk from Amazon. Zoom in. And this one is a Faber-Castell color 169 Kaput Moratorium. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my mediums because I want that color distinguishing. Again, super, super sharp points, guys. So, Maddie, how come she always gets male cats? Alright, then I'm going to come down with my, the sharpener should be on affiliate. If they're not, I'll be glad to send that to, I'm like 98% certain that they are. and the time that they really come in handy. Her first child was a boy. That may have been something to do with it. I always get female cats. Well, when it comes to spay and neutering, the males are easier, of course, to do. But yeah. But yeah, I got to looking at this and I wanted to do something different for you. Now, again, guys, keep your pencils really sharp. Oh, anyway, so what I started to say is I think the pack on these sharpeners was like 72, if I remember correctly. And, oh, Maddie says her husband loves cats. That might be a factor. Okay, yeah. Now, keep your pencil rotating. Oh, I'll get this thought out in a minute. So what I'm saying is when I have problems like with my Prismacolors, I don't know, Maddie, you'll have to check and see. It may not be that many. I'm not sure. 44, I don't know. So when I have problems with my Prismacolors, because sometimes they're off center, is I'll go ahead and I will use my little sharpener, my hand sharpener, my little cheapie, and it works perfectly. And again, don't forget to rotate your pencil. That'll be critical. And I'm doing a movement, you know, like almost like a flicking movement. Maddie, do me a favor. See, now I'm curious. Do me a favor and check the affiliate list and tell me how many are in the package. If you don't mind. So I'm still on my lightest color here. What were you saying, Maddie? But don't forget to follow contour lines? I'm sorry, what are we talking about? Okay, now I'm going to pop over with my dark. And I want you to notice now what I'm starting to do is starting to work my lines towards the outside, because we want to cover that line and make this thing look furry and fuzzy. And again, guys, the trick is to keeping your pencil point uber sharp, right? Super sharp. Oh, okay, so under the sharpeners, bulk plastic 72 for $7.99. Hello, Jean. Now, I want you to notice too that I'm also taking some of these lines and I'm going across the ones that I did the up and down, okay? Domino, knock it off. Note to self, do not put a container of catnip near you when you're broadcasting for your 3 casts. Well, and it's not even for travel, Maddie. It's, you know, like I said, for when your Prismacolor misbehave or when you need a super, super sharp point. Okay, so let me go back. Can you guys hear my cats in the background? And remember to rotate your pencil. I know that you guys sometimes don't like to buy in bulk, but you know what? If you're doing coloring long term, which we are, trust me, you'll go through them. And my feeling right now with all the shortages and stuff that are starting to come up, I'm getting stuff now. Okay, so notice now with my top color here, is I'm going ahead and I'm swirling my fur. So do you see how I'm doing that? I'm making basically soft C's. Not to be confused with South Seas. And I'm even going to carry that over the button a little bit. The shells are emptying of water. Okay. Now I'm using this is my dark right now, but I'm using my mix of the light, medium, and dark, but you gotta make sure that you don't get mushy. ILene, funny, I tried the gelatos today, couldn't get the color to spread well. We will watch the video again and try tomorrow. Okay. You've got to put it on relatively thickly. Nope, I haven't used mineral spirits. Yeah, Ginny and you, yep. Rhonda, did you put it on there thick enough? You've got to put a thick, I don't want to say glop of it, because you've got to put enough down there that you can go ahead and spread it. So in other words, you're not spreading with the gelatos, you're spreading with the, applicator. I use mineral spirits sometimes to blend my pencils. Yeah, watch the video again. Now notice on this larger piece I'm going ahead and I'm not as straight with my lines. I'm going to come over the top of the pocket just a little bit. So notice that I'm curving this. Rhonda, watch the video again when I put it on there and see what you think. Remember, Rhonda, you're not applying with the applicator. You're not coloring with the applicator. You're applying with the applicator, and then you're coloring with the sponge. The applicator is just to get it on there and glop it on there. I hate to use the term glop, but make sense? So is Jenny still enjoying her coloring? So this is my light color, my Adobe Color Brett Funner. And then I will go back up here. Hello, Angela. Angela, you gonna stick around for a while this evening? Angela, Angela. Remember, guys, keep your pencils sharp, needle sharp. Angela, how are your classes going? By the way, Sarah Thacker said that she passed her final exams, and now she's got to take her boards. Yeah, Maddie, go to a hardware store and get odorless mineral spirits. Hold on. I've got a ton of it. Zoom out. Thins oil-based paint stains and varnish, cleans brushes, equipment, and paint splatterer. There you go. Clean Strip is the company that I got this from. Six more classes until you finish. All right. And by 6 classes, you mean 6 meetings, right? Yeah, at Walmart, $8.87 Clean Strip. Yep. And then what I did is I got myself a pickle jar. And because it's got a screw-on lid, and I went ahead and I just put my mineral spirits in my jar. So 6 classes total. Right, but what I'm saying is what you mean by 6 classes is six meetings, right? And that way, Maddie, you can keep the original can outside or, you know, somewhere else. Okay, zoom out. What I mean is by meetings, 6 more online classes, meetings, not 6 different subject meetings, as in meetings left to finish. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm asking. Super. Zoom out. Now, it doesn't matter what browns you use, of course. You want to start with your light, your medium, and dark, and I want my piece to be pretty fuzzy. Oh, 6 different subject classes left. That's what you're saying you have. Okay. So you have 6 different subject classes to go, and then you'll be done. And you'll be finished next July. Cool. Oh, Angela, that's wonderful. And this is for your to be a medical coder, right? Zoom in. And then you can work from home. Good for you. Then you'll study the genealogy, right? And get your degrees in those. Excellent. Okay, now notice on the pattern here that you can go ahead and make a few areas a little thicker. Notice here that I've got a little patch of brown that I'm going ahead and putting in there. And depending on how much you keep repeating your strokes will depend on how dense this is going to look. Now again, this is just one method to do this. You can also check YouTube videos. Alright, let me sharpen my point. Needle sharp point, guys. And then I'm going to come over here. Zoom in. And I'm going to start making this fur towards the outside. Now, when you do this, be sure that you start at different points on the inside here. In other words, you don't want to just start on the edge of your leg. You want to go ahead and start in a little bit. And then depending on how fuzzy you want this to be, just go ahead and make your lines accordingly. And you can even cross them here in the center. See how that's still visible? And that's the neat thing about colored pencils, is when you layer, you can layer these effects and they still show. Now, see this arm here where it comes down? I'm going to go ahead and draw some of my lines here. Hi, Sherry. Oops. And what I also want you to see is that as you repeat your strokes on the insides of the leg, you're darkening that area. And that keeps the legs separate. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and bleed the fur over the feet as well. Sharpen my pencil. So anyways, I was saying about those sharpeners, I know that the quantity might be a bit much, but you'll use them. And they're always good to have in so that you can get a hold of them. No, I'm not going to blend this because I would lose my individual fur lines. Sandy. Now notice how I'm changing direction of the fur when I cover the shoe. And also notice that I'm curving this way on the right side, my right, and this way on the left. Sandy, No, blending it would totally obliterate the fur lines. But I am going to go ahead and darken the edges just a little bit to distinguish the legs. Alright, so let's get this fur out here. And then I need to run this down here. Play with it, guys. Zoom out. Zoom out. Now I'm using my medium. You see these little white spots now? I'm just going to barely touch those because we want this whole fur to look soft. So I'm using my medium now. Zoom in. I'm using my medium now to close up my white spots. And I'm doing this very, very lightly because you don't want to mush your lines. So I'll do this side here to my left, and you can look at the difference between the two. And again, that's the beauty of colored pencil, is that they retain their line that you put them on. So Sandy, I would say, yeah, from that standpoint, I guess you can call this, well, I'm filling in the white spots, which in effect is blending it a little. But I'm not going to take, for example, my Faber-Castell ivory pencil and go over the top with it. Okay, everybody see now how this side looks a lot nicer than this side, right? I'm more coloring in than I am blending. We'll put it that way. Sandy Cutie doll should be on the affiliate list. If not, just send me a text and I'll be glad to give you the link. Isn't that neat now how that looks? And look at the difference now between the body suit part and the arm, right? Again, guys, the beauty of colored pencil is that it allows you these layers, and I'm able to add this last layer to color in my white spots, and the other colors still stay intact. Oh, how ridiculously cute that is. All right. Maggie. Hello. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Ivory Black Starjoy, and I'm going to go ahead now and start adding my darker tones. Now, be very, very careful, guys, with your black. Maggie says my sister got to hold her grand baby today. Oh. This was the first time, huh? So I'm just adding a little bit of the darker black, excuse me. So the baby is finally off the monitors. Oh, how great. Hello, Daisy. Hi, Stacy. Stacy had a little adventure in her move involving AAA. Oh, Daisy, you don't have to apologize saying sorry, I just got sick. So I'm going to go ahead. Stacy says I'm safe and sound in a hotel in Chattanooga. Stacy had a little adventure with a flat tire. And lug nuts that wouldn't come off. So So she was going to change her own tire, but she couldn't get the lug nuts to loosen up. Pesky little things, aren't they? Stacy, maybe God decided you needed some rest. Okay, now, don't go crazy with your black, guys. A little bit of black goes a long way, right? I'm exhausted, and all I did was sit in my car for 8 hours. No, they couldn't get the lug nuts off, not me. I wasn't resting in that car. Oh. As long as you're safe and sound. Okay, everybody notice now how this black is shading up? Again, guys, you're at the point now, you've been with me long enough, and even for new people, that I'm telling you to use black in some of your colorings. But oh my gosh, guys, you don't need a lot at all. Just kiss your paper with the black, okay? All right, so we'll go ahead and darken this a little bit. And I'm putting a little bit of a shade pattern in here. See this area right here? I'm going ahead and darkening that up a little bit. Because you know how fur has different shades on it when you look at it. So you can go ahead and add that. But again, guys, a little goes a long way. Oops. Anybody have any questions about what I'm showing you? Boy, that black really sticks, doesn't it? Hello, Kathy. So good to see you guys tonight. Okay. I just had to fix that because I oopsied. All right, everybody see now how this brown is distinctly, there's a running pattern of shading coming down like this? You can play with that. You can make it a little more obvious. And then of course I'm going to darken around the edges just a little bit. Kathy, I'm glad you're here. Is everybody clear about what I'm doing with this black? Yes, no, maybe. Zoom out. Okay, so our little cutie pie now. Which is called Cutie Dolls, but I'm calling her a cutie pie. Has got a nice little fur jacket thingy going. Okay. I thought you guys might get a kick out of me doing this. So let me go ahead and clean this up just a little bit. Maggie says she bought the book today. Cool, so it was on the affiliate list. Stacy says I'm back. Food! Well, Stacy, stuff your face, kick back, and enjoy the broadcast. Oh, this is cute. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and do these little antler doohickeys. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm using a Brett Funner. It's called Cuban Sand. And I want these antlers to have a light coating to them. So we'll go ahead and keep with that motif. Again, teeny tiny circles. And again, slightly over the edges. Okay, so there's our one set here. Let me turn you around here without getting dizzy. And we'll do the second set. So I know that a lot of you settle in and color while I'm broadcasting. So tell me, take a break and tell me what you're coloring. Rhonda is coloring one of the bonus pages, Tatiana Stilova. She posted a WIP, work in progress. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my darkest brown from my outfit. And I'm going to shade that antler. Sandy says she's coloring a Halloween pick from Magic Autumn by ILene Lazareva. Cool. Angela's doing Country Autumn by Jade Summer. Okay. Stacy says I'm coloring my insides with Cajun shrimp pasta from Chili's. Kathy's coloring Creative Haven Autumn Scenes by Tressa Goodridge. Rhonda says, ILene, I just got a small package of distress ink to try. I like fine, small work, so I'll see how it works. Okay. And Maggie says, I'm organizing my markers. So we'll go ahead and highlight now this piece of antler. Now I want you to notice something here. Your inclination may be to color everything along the edges, but I'm going to leave this one basically open. Zoom in. So we want this to look a little bit rough. You know how antlers would. I am going to blend this though, of course. And this time I'm just going to go ahead and very lightly use my blender pencil. Okay. Got a little bit smeared here, so we'll clean that up. All right, let's do the other side. Again, I'm using my Faber-Castell 169 Caput Mortuum, M-O-R-T-U-M. Now, if you're applying your pencils and you can get them, Sandy says mine is a grayscale, took a break from the autumn pick with the scarecrow. Okay, good. If you can get your pencils to look blended and smooth without having to use your blender pencil or your ivory, Faber-Castell Ivory 103, all the better. It just depends on how well your pencils play together. And sometimes you're able to do that. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of my black and I'm just going to touch up my edges a little bit. And add a little bit of shading in the center. See that? But guys, it's got to be so light you almost think that you're not touching the paper. We're just going to get a little bit of that dimension in it. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and use my Faber-Castell 103, and we're going to get a really nice blend on that. Zoom out. Zoom out. And I want you to see, Sandy says, I have this Prismacolor pencil called Jet Black Extra Smooth I like, but still need light touches. Oh my gosh, guys, it's got to be so light that you, like I said, that you almost don't think that you're touching the paper. Now notice how this side here looks a little more dimensional than this side, right? What I do when I put this black on, I'm just really lightly tapping the paper where I want to put it. And anywhere that I want to darken a little bit, I stay put with my taps. Otherwise, I'm constantly on the move. Zoom in. Think woodpecker, guys. There we go. Zoom out. There you go. So I've told you exactly how to do that. And I think it would be a good idea for you to practice on that. Okay. This book is Cutie Dolls, book number 1. And if you're thinking of getting it, Stacy, text me for the link. I don't think I've got it in there in the affiliates yet. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Oh, it is on the affiliate. Okay. Thank you, Sandy. This is the book I'm working from, and I wanted to show you how to do the fur. Now, the fur was not here. It was just an outfit that this little girl had on, and I wanted to show you how to do it. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So I've got some neat little buttons. That I can put on here. Oh, Ashley says Dollar Tree recently got jars of buttons you grabbed for snowman season. Oh, that's excellent. There you go. Go to Dollar Tree. So you may want to match your buttons. You may want to have 2 different ones. Up to you. I think I like those. Now, what you want to do is zoom in, So do you see how that white is showing through? So that's where you want to go ahead and put a neutral color underneath. And that way that won't show through. So in this case, I'm using my Cuban Sand by Brett Funner. And guys, this would be a really good time to go to Dollar Tree or stores like that because they are getting in their decorations. And Sandy DeSanto says Dollar Tree store has great embellishments. Yeah. Now I moved the button up a little bit and I moved it down, but I didn't move it so far that you could see the line underneath, but I wanted to have a little space. And by the way, guys, I got these applicator bottles from Amazon. I'll put them on the affiliate list as well. And they have a very fine point. And I've got PVA glue and it flows through it beautifully. I can't recommend these bottles enough. I'm using them for my journals. Stay tuned. I will be announcing and showing my journals. I've got a special one coming up. I think you'll like it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I'll play with this a little bit. Anybody have any questions on how I did that for zoom in, zoom in, zoom in? So I'm going to use my Arteza Peony Pink A026. And I'm going to plop some pink in there. And then I'm going to come out a little bit. I've got the darker in the center. And then I'll just come out a little bit. And then we'll roll over to the second ear. And again, a little bit darker in the center. And we'll smush that with my finger. There we go. And I'll tell you what, guys, another great time to get embellishments is going to be after Christmas, because of course that's when all the sales will be. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and fur up the ears as well. Sorry, I hit the paper. So same method that I used down the body. Zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my little strokes, directional strokes. Again, super, super sharp pencil, guys. So that's my light brown, which is my Adobe Color Brett Funner. Jean says my great-grandmother left us a gallon-sized Ziploc bag of all the different variety of buttons, from extra small to extra large. So I have plenty of buttons. Good. All right, let me sharpen this pencil. Now, just in case anybody was wondering, I could have used my slice knife on the outfit for the little cutie doll here and gone ahead and etched in lines, but I wanted to show you how to do this with pencil. And notice that I'm just jabbing, really. At the paper. And I'm going to make this ear a little fuzzier. And I want you to notice that I'm probably a good, quarter inch beyond the original ears here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of black here. And what I'm trying to do now, well, not trying to do, what I will do is camouflage this line. So I'm going to go ahead and add this little bit of black, and that will distract the eye. Zoom out. Anybody have any question about that? Get a little closer here. So I would say that I am a good 1/4 of an inch out past the ear. Have fun with it, guys. All right, let's roll over to our other ear. Jean, how is Marilyn doing? So now I'm going to go ahead and poof out this fur as well. Get that distance. Now, when you're doing something like this, guys, remember you've got this ear that's sticking out a little further at the top. So you want to be sure to parallel that. So I'm going to make the fur a little bit longer at the outside of the loop than I am the rest of it. All right. And now I'm coming in with my darker brown. This is my Caput Mortem, excuse me, 169. And then I'm going to take my black and just kiss in some extra color here. And I'm just using my finger just to blend it a little bit. Put my finger on there and move it just like a 1/16 of an inch. Zoom out. Jean says that her grandma made her own clothes until she hit 90 years old and lived to be 104. Cool. Jean, how is Marilyn doing? Zoom out. All right, let me clean this. Zoom out. So what do you think so far? We've turned our little cutie doll into an antler. Or not an antler, excuse me. An elk, a deer. All right, let me do one more thing and then I'm going to go to Albrechet Durer. Guys, fur's not hard. Just jab at your paper. But replay the video. Okay. So I want to go ahead and get my skin tones in, and then we'll switch over. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay. Basic skin color, I'm using a Rose Cloud Brett Funner 520 color. And this will be where a lot of this now is going to really make sense. Little teeny tiny spot of skin right here. And again, guys, I've told you this a bazillion times. If you just want to get your bearings and you're not sure about something, go ahead and color in your areas that you know that you're doing for sure a certain way. So by putting in the skin color now, this will give us a really good feel for the whole piece. Jean says she's busier, Marilyn is busier than a bee getting the house ready to sell so we can move to Texas. Woo! I don't know if I ever asked you, Jean, why Texas? I may have asked you that before, but I don't remember what you said. Okay, so let's get a nice smooth color here. Rhonda, notice that on this large area, I'm just using little tiny circles to color in this whole area so we can get a nice uniform color. Right, Rhonda? Stacy, you still awake after that yummy dinner? So Stacy, did you pick up your dinner on the way to the hotel, or did you have somebody deliver it? Okay. Just think, Stacy, no more door dashing for you. So Stacy said, I'm going to say goodnight. I need to conserve my cell phone battery as I did not grab the charger out of my car. I door dashed it. Meaning you picked up your own meal. Okay. Good night, Stacy. All right. So let's go ahead and get that neck area. And then let's go ahead and we'll get our little hands. And I'll be detailing those in later. Okay. Maddie said lots going on tonight. What's going on, Maddie? So now I'm going to go ahead and use my cinnamon pencil, Faber-Castell. I mentioned to you that I bought several of these so I'd have them. Now notice I'm not going to blend yet with my Faber-Castell 103. Not ready yet. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding in my shading. So we lay our base color down for our skin, and then we start coloring in our edges and our shadows. And blending those in. Maddie says, besides the new kittens, a friend's husband in hospital with COVID, ooh, and niece was tested today for cancer, has to wait for an answer. Ah. Now you can start to see the shade that I'm building for the face. And notice that I'm darker on the outside, and then I just start blending that color in, getting lighter and lighter and lighter as I come in. All right. And remember, when you're darkening, you do it by what? Repeated strokes, right? Quit jamming your pencil into the paper, guys. Now, I want you to notice that this face is turned to our left, her right. So the eyes are going this way. So keep that in mind when you do your shading. So we want to highlight this area right in the center. So when I bring the cinnamon in, I'm going to bring it in such a way to highlight that. Okay. A little bit darker shading on the edge. Anybody have any questions about that? Is putting your darker shades of your skin towards your edge. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the neck. So we'll go ahead, same idea. Only this time I'm going to pull in some horizontal lines. And notice how I'm leaving that center lighter, right? Oh, how cute. Just too stinking cute. All right, let me sharpen. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll do the same type of thing with the hands. We'll darken in between the fur lines. A little bit darker on the pad here. And a little bit of an edge line. Okay. And then hand number 2. Zoom in. We'll show that a little bit closer. Same thing. We'll darken between the fur lines. We'll darken on the edge. And then blend that puppy in. Okay, zoom out. And the last thing I'm going to do on this then before I go working on my Albrechet Durer is I'm going to use my Faber-Castell 103. And let's go ahead and smooth out that skin now. This will smooth it out beautifully. You guys have made comments before on how great the skin is looking that I've colored in other projects. And this is what does it. And remember, just like adding the other color when we did the cinnamon and stuff, little tiny circles, Rhonda, because it's a large area. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie says I do great skin. Oh, and she capitalized great. Look how beautiful that is. And then I'm just going to run my finger across the top because you get little wax swirls on there. So I'm just smoothing that out. Okay. Oh, crick in my back. So let me do the same thing with my ear. Faber-Castell 103. Oh, look how cute that looks. Soften that up, clean off my pencil tip. We'll go ahead and do the neck. And then we'll go ahead and do the hands. Now we got to be careful of the brown here. Remember how I told you if you don't want to bring a color down, you color up into it? So I've got a color here that I'm going to color up into my brown because I don't want to bring that brown down onto the hand. Same thing here. So I'm stroking up. All right. Let's take a look at this real quick and then we'll go to Albrechet Durer. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Questions, comments? Looking ridiculously cute. And again, notice how far that I pulled out the fur on the ears. Zoom in, zoom in. Isn't that ridiculously cute? Guys, I want you to think about stuff like that. Okay. Maddie says, I'm loving these girls. Zoom out. Zoom out. I'm having too much fun showing this. But I hope you, the main thing was I wanted to show you how to do the fur. All right, Albrechet Durer. I hope you guys have been enjoying this coloring as well. Ouch. So now I'm going to go ahead and good night, Miss Jean. Jean, I'm so glad you could make it again. Jean, did you miss my question? Could you tell me why you guys are moving, you know, why Texas? I apologize, I don't know if you told us why. If you did, it didn't stick. Rhonda says, I love switching between cute and serious pictures. Yeah. Zoom in. Well, let me know and I'll do more of that. Haven't had any complaints so far. All right. Leaves. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got a Brett Funner. It's called Capers, C-A-P-E-R-S. It's an olive rustic green. It's a fig leaf coloring. So this is where I'm adding my dark color. Zoom in. Good night, Miss Kathy. Kathy, I'm so glad you came in again tonight. And I'm glad you're being a regular. I really am. So notice now how I'm putting in my dark DLM. Dark, light, medium, that's my style. Does not necessarily have to be yours. Now, I don't want you to fuss and get picky about your leaves. Well, picky's not the right word. I don't want you to stress over your leaves. These are teeny, 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 tiny areas. Especially the dark. So this is where you at times need to use your best judgment. Do the best possible job that you can. Kathy says, thank you and enjoy you in this group. I'm always learning something new. Good night, ILene. Sweet dreams. Guys, please share this to your timeline. Now again, I don't want you to stress over these smaller areas. Oh, this is looking good. Okay, I think we got all our dark areas. So now I'm going to go to my light area, so let me go back up to the top. And now very lightly, I'm going to come in with my light green. And this is a it's a Prismacolor 120 sap green light. And you can see now how beautifully this is starting to turn. And given the subject matter that we're doing, I think it's funny that it says sap. Now again, if you can't see everything because it's small and detailed, which this is, whoops, hold on. Rhonda, you with me? Sharpening my pencil. And again, I don't want you digging your pencil into the paper, right? To get your color in the way that you want it, you do it by, somebody answer this question, how do you get your color into your paper? I know one of you know this answer. Repeated, Maddie says repeated strokes. Exactly. Thank you, Maddie. Now, the only reason that I break my pencil tips the way that I do is because I switch brands a lot. But still, you got to be careful. Oh man, is this coming out beautifully? Maddie says, any old time, ILene. Yeah, Maddie, you did a beautiful job on this piece. I love it. Did you start a second one like you said you would? Okay, so that's my light. Zoom out. Zoom out. Isn't that pretty? Oh, Maddie says I was going to start another one. Albrechet Durer just needed a Johanna tonight. Yeah. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, now I'm coming in with my medium green, which is my verdant green, Red Funner 520. And now all these areas that are white, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color them in and blend my two colors that are already there. And this is where the magic happens. So in this little cluster, I want you to see now how I'm just going over my leftover white areas, which is my medium. And I want you to see how the addition of that last color really brings this whole thing together. Now, look at the difference here between this set and this set here. Where I haven't added the medium yet. The depth and dimension and the detail are absolutely beautiful. Okay, let me check this out here. Excuse me while I quickly do this segment here. It's my dark. Okay. And again, guys, I want to remind you on your standard colorings, your line art colorings, this is the same type of thing that you can do, is adding light, medium, and dark tones to your image. Boy, those chimes sound so good tonight for some reason. Let me grab some water. Okay. I got one little leaf that I missed. Isn't it funny how you can really tell? All right, so let's do this set in the top. And again, look at the difference, guys. Night and day. Okay, so let's come up over here. Rhonda says her leaves are turning out beautifully. Excellent, excellent. I'll tell you guys, I'm so proud of Rhonda. She's been listening to what I tell her. She's been learning the techniques, and then she's been putting her own spins on stuff. Zoom out. Got a little white spot right there. It's so funny, those just really stick out like a sore thumb, don't they? Okay. Oh, beautiful. Zoom out. Zoom out. And when Rhonda first started with the group, she did nothing but gel pens. How pretty is that segment? Okay. And especially important, she's learning how to take compliments and learn from them. Zoom in. So let's go ahead and take care of this set. And again, guys, the whole reason that I did this, and I'm doing it, is to show you that you can color on black grayscale, dark grayscale. Zoom in. So let me go ahead and start on the left here. Zoom in. So I'm going to start in this upper left-hand corner. Now, there are some places where this stuff is going to be ridiculously dark. Maddie found that out when she was finishing her piece. And again, this is where you need to not get stupid about it, but use your best judgment. Don't just color willy-nilly because you can't see stuff. Okay, not sure what that is, so I'm going to leave it alone. Now, if you ever get into a spot that you have a hard time seeing your different shades, I've been known to do dark and then medium and then light, up to you. You need to do whatever works for you. So I'm still going to go with my light next. The thing that I love about grayscale is just how the picture just slowly appears in front of you. All right, let's see what we got here. That round thing? Is that what you're talking about? I haven't a clue what that is. So I'm just going to leave it sit for a minute. Okay. Rhonda, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to color everything around it, and then we'll figure out something later. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's sprouted like nuts or something like that. As in a fruit type thing. Maddie, what did you do with that? And guys, if you have something like that happen to you in grayscale, color around it. I agree with you. You know, and it could very well be a pomegranate. I agree. Just color around it for now. Okay. So let's get our leaf here. Sharpen my pencil. I'll tell you what, guys, when you do grayscale like this, the results are just so rewarding. Thank you, Daisy. It does look really good. And then I'm going to put my light color in. And then I'm going to, well, hello, Wanda. Wanda, did you get my file, the PNG file? I sent it to your email. Zoom out. Zoom out. Check that out, guys. Isn't that cool? Okay, Wanda, just let me know. Okay. Pretty darn cool, I think. All right, I'm going to roll over to the right side here. We've got a set of trees right there. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the dark, which is the Kaput Moratorium by Faber-Castell, color number 169. Zoom in. Zoom in. So now we've got some really teeny areas. Sharp pen, work your details as much as you can, and don't fuss over it. And I especially say that to my colorists that have older eyes. I don't want you fussing over your colorings. These are teeny, teeny, tiny areas here. So I'm using my dark color. And really, at this point, I'm just going ahead and using intermittent strokes of my dark. Then I'm going to go back down to my light. And let me slide up here. And then I'm going to come in with my medium and use this to blend very, very lightly since we've got such a small dark area. And yay, we've got 3 colors introduced into a very tiny area. And then I'm going to slide up here. And we're going to go ahead and just blend that very lightly in. I'm hardly pressing my pencil into the paper, guys. I want you to remember when you're coloring that when that pencil is down on the paper, even though you press very lightly, you are transferring color. Yeah, everybody's been pretty quiet, Wanda. So Wanda, tell us about your day. Oh, how pretty is this? Okay, now I'm going to go back up because I noticed something here. I need to carry this brown a little bit further right next to the arm. Oh, the restaurant was busy tonight. Well, that's good. Okay, so I definitely want to see what's going on with these leaves. So I'm going to go ahead now and pop in my colors. Teeny tiny specks, so I'm just going to put in some dark dots. And then I'm going to come in with my "You left home at 9:30 this morning and just got home." Oh. So I'm coloring in with this light, and we'll put in a few spots of medium. And again, guys, sometimes you just got to go by the seat of your pants. Okay. Get that dark in here. Get our light in here. And then our medium. How pretty is that, guys? It is showing up beautifully. And that's the thing, too, that you really need to realize. This stuff will show, show up. Oh, I'm having a great day. By the way, Wanda, I was going to mention on my horse coloring where I had my little black splotches in the upper right-hand corner. If you want to go ahead and you can easily do it, I don't know if you can easily do it. I said if you can easily do it. You're welcome to go ahead and edit that out. So here's my dark. What do you think? Do you want to edit that out or should I just leave it in there? Just leave it in there. Never mind, just leave it in there. Yeah, Wanda, just leave it. Don't even try. Okay, so check out now these trees. Zoom out. Zoom out. I think that tree goes up a little further than what I colored. Now again, if you have a spot that you're not sure of, make a best guess and run with it. Sandy says, Wanda, I'm coloring that pic I showed you that I copied on the new printer, coming out nice. Oh, Sandy, good news. And I think I'm just going to blend that a little bit more with my lightest color. I want that looking a little murkier. Zoom out. Oh, good, Sandy. So she said that she's going to post her WIP in the group. Zoom out. Questions, comments? What do you think? I really want you to see how gorgeous these grayscales come out. All right, let's go ahead and do that bird. Zoom in. And you're right, Maddie, it does come out beautifully when you pay attention to the details. Maddie, I don't remember what you colored your bird. What color did you use? Right now, blue is calling to me. Mostly greens and some peach. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom in. So for my darkest blue, I'm using Clematis Blue by Brett Funner 520. Rhonda, pick out 3 blues. So there's my dark. This is my light blue. It's Cool Bank Premium Royal Blue. Just a little bit of dark on his tail. There we go. And then I'm going to use my medium blue, which is a Cobalt Blue Light by Starjoy. And that color is number 071. And notice how I'm blending, using as an overall blender color. We've talked a lot about this. Your previous colors do not go away, guys. And then I'm going to use a very light, let's see here what works. I'm going to use my Prismacolor Nectar, which is color 1092. And I'm going to go ahead and color out the chest. There we go. All right. So Wanda wants to know if anybody received their book today. Don't forget that Wanda is offering to send the source files, the color pictures, to anyone who posts their picture with the book. Oh, Wanda got her final proof copy today. Oh, yay. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of white. Not the ivory, but the white. And I'm going to lighten up this a little bit in some of these spots. And then this is where you can adjust a little bit. I want to blend in that blue just a little bit more. We're going to get this nice and soft. And I'm going to add a little bit of white on the chest. Just want to lighten that up a little bit. Now, the footies, I'm just going to go ahead and use a dark gray, almost black. I mean, these feet are so ridiculously tiny. I'm just going to tap my black on that. And then on the beak, I'm going to use a light gray. It's my Cuban Sand, Brett Funner 520, with a little bit of black. And I'm going to take my black pencil and just outline the top of the eye, just a tad. Just to distinguish the eye. Zoom out. Oh, Sandy wants me to show you the dolly girl. Okay, I will. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So there's how we're looking on Adam and Eve. And Wanda, this is the Cutie dolls. I did a demonstration on how to color in fur. And so this was an outfit, and I just went over it and showed how to color in fur to make it look like, you know, more of a fur jacket coat. Well, no, let me back up. To make the dolly girl look like a little deer. And added 2 buttons, because there was 2 buttons right there. So that's what we've been working on tonight. All right, guys. So these are the 2 projects. I hope you had fun. Adam and Eve are coming along beautifully. We just have the darker trees in the background, the ground, and some of the animals. So lots of fun with that. All right, guys, I hope you learned something. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. What do I always say? Joyous, joyous coloring. Have fun. You should be smiling when you color. Rhonda, how is Paula Wade? Tell me real quick before you sign off. Don't forget, if you know somebody that needs a cheery word, please send them a text. Now, you know I'm going to play around with this some more, of course. I'm waiting for Rhonda to tell me how Paula is. So I had a really good time showing you guys this. I hope you learned something. And again, if you think of it, please send Paula Wade, P-A-U-L-A-W-A-D-E, a text. Let her know that you're thinking of her. All right, Rhonda, I'll catch you later then with a message. You can let me know in a text. All right. Love you guys. Hope you learned something tonight. Hope you had fun. Hope you shared this. Please share the broadcast. It's important. And I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Bye.